Heya! This is Pokeball 35, and welcome to a video that I felt like making where I just kind of talk about stuff. I want to talk about Switch 2, and I want to talk about games that were in the Switch 2 Direct, and things about the Switch 2 games, and about life stuff, and possible things that I'm probably going to be doing on the channel in the near future and beyond. So that's what I wanted to do. I am doing less editing by not putting music in the video. I have a video on the background. I might talk for longer than an hour, but this video is called Yet Another 75 Minutes of Relaxing and Calming Nintendo Music by Luigi. That is what this compilation of music is, and I think the volume is going to be fine. God, I hope it is. Looking at the volume levels, it looks to be. I'm not streaming this, but if I were, it would be at twitch.tv/Pokeball35, link in the description down below. And if you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, because I do have a lot to offer, including many games. Many games. I've played many games, and I'm going to be doing many more games in a couple of months when the Switch 2 is out. So, you might see the title of the video, and if I titled it correctly, it's something along the lines of Switch 2 games are too expensive, or Switch 2 games are overpriced, and I hate money. Something along those lines. So I have a lot of things I want to say, and I don't know if I'll say everything, because I'll say things and then forget about stuff. But to start, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct happened the other day. I am recording this the morning. It's like really early in the morning. It's 1:30 in the morning on April 4th. So 2 days after the Direct has happened, just about. And I have my full reaction to the Nintendo Direct. I streamed it all on YouTube. So that's a thing, and you can check out my reaction there. I was in a Discord call with some friends, and we were all having a great time seeing all the announcements. Mario Kart World looks absolutely insane. Donkey Kong Bonanza looks absolutely insane. I think all the new additions that are happening to Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Kirby and the Forgotten Land are insane. Deltarune is real, and oh my god, I can't believe it is. And etc. But the main thing that happened is that they did not show the price of the games or the console in the Nintendo Direct. And when we first got the Nintendo Switch Direct, or live presentation many years ago now, I think that was, that was like early 2017, I think that was January 2017, something along those lines. I thought a few months beforehand, I forget, because a few months beforehand was the reveal trailer, and then we got that presentation, I think, in January. And they showed us the price of the Nintendo Switch there, and we did not get the price of the Nintendo Switch 2 or the games in the presentation. So we found out afterwards. I was checking the website, and I listened to the Kit and Krista podcast. If you're not familiar with the Kit and Krista podcast, two former Nintendo employees who worked at the company for a collective total of like 20-something years. Like, the both of them combined, they worked at Nintendo for like 10 plus years each, like, together and stuff. And then they quit Nintendo a couple years ago and started their own YouTube channel, and they do their own podcast and talk about gaming news and old classic stories from, like, Nintendo that no one's ever heard before, of, like, being inside the business and how things work. And those two had on another former Nintendo employee on their podcast a couple weeks ago. And, like, they were in agreement that, like, the Switch 2 is probably going to be $400, and they didn't see it being more than $400. And so many other people were saying, yeah, $400 sounds about correct. And then the Nintendo Switch 2 is $450. And, like, thinking about it now, that's fine. Like, it's a little bit more than what I thought, but it's fine. But then the Mario Kart bundle with Mario Kart World is $500. And then we got the price for Mario Kart World, and Mario Kart World is $80. And like, Tears of the Kingdom was the only $70 main Nintendo Switch game. I think there might have been a couple other games from different publishers that are 70. And I paid more for Tears of the Kingdom because I bought the collector's edition. I think that was like around $110 or $120 for the collector's edition. So going from $60 Nintendo Switch games all the way up to $80 Nintendo Switch 2 games is crazy. And everybody is in agreement. I have not seen a single positive comment about the Switch 2 game prices. Nobody is happy. And I was so busy. I was like so tired and so busy the other day because after my stream of the Switch 2 Direct, I had to go out. I had to get a new pair of shoes, and I spent $110 on shoes. I'm not a shoes guy. I typically only wear one pair of shoes, but my pair of shoes that I've had for about 2.5 years were literally falling apart because I wear them almost every day when I'm at work. So I got a new pair of shoes, and that was $110 for shoes. And I was out for a little bit longer, and I only took like a 2-hour nap, and then I had to go to work. And I wanted to make this video before, but I was so damn tired that I just couldn't make the video. But like, all throughout the day after the Switch 2 Direct was over, I was just seeing non-stop negativity, and what should be so many people celebrating a massive new Mario Kart game, new Kirby Air Ride, new Donkey Kong 3D platformer for the first time in like 30 years or something, since Donkey Kong 64, and GameCube NSO and Deltarune. It's just non-stop people saying that the price is just too high. And not only is Mario Kart World $80, Donkey Kong Bonanza is $70. And they're reselling Nintendo Switch games with the new expansions in them, and like Mario Party Jamboree expansion with the expansion is like $70 or $80, and Breath of the Wild is $70, and Tears of the Kingdom is $80, and Kirby and the Forgotten Land is $70, and it's like, what are we doing here? And there's many things I can say. We probably won't know for certain exactly why everything is so high. I'm gonna turn this up slightly. We probably won't know why everything is so high, but we have a good idea why everything is so high. I'm not familiar on the concept of inflation. Like, I know it exists. I don't know why it happens. I probably should have educated myself on that before clicking the record button on this video. But inflation is just a thing that occurs, and prices of things constantly go up each year. And apparently, according to online inflation calculators, it does say that a $60 thing in 2017 is now $80 in 2025. So, like, I guess that checks out. But the entire political climate of everything is just so incredibly fucked up. I brought this up a couple months ago when I switched from Twitter to Blue Sky. I only ever browse Twitter to look at actual news, and like gaming news, because Nintendo doesn't have a Blue Sky, so, but now they have the Nintendo Today app, but still, and I just look at art. I constantly have a feed full of like Splatoon art and anything else that comes up on my timeline, but like I've moved everything over to Blue Sky now, so if you haven't followed me on Blue Sky yet, link in the description. But I made a video talking about I was moving over to Blue Sky from Twitter, and I thought it was really funny. I got a bunch of comments from a bunch of like Nazis and stuff in the comments saying that I'm overreacting and whatnot. Super Paper Mario music in this playlist, hell yeah. And if you are any person who sympathizes with our current president of the United States, you should leave the channel. Because I will never want to hear or see from you. But our current president is not the greatest person, and I will not talk more about that. But, he is enlisting a bunch of tariffs on pretty much every country, and I've heard the word thrown out for a while, but I finally educated myself on that last night, and, like, the TLDR, for anyone who may not know, like I didn't, it's pretty much, taxes put on imported goods from other countries, and the part of the tax that gets increased goes onto the price of the product that you're paying, pretty much. So, like, there's literally tariffs everywhere, and he just fucking input, like, a bajillion more on everything, like, right after the Switch 2 Direct happened. He was doing it on April 2nd. So all that's happening, and there's, like, tariffs on places like Vietnam and China, which is apparently where the Switch 2 is being made, or, like, Nintendo stuff is manufactured. So all that is manufactured there, so they have to go with inflation and also with tax prices. I found out that the Switch 2 in Japan is about $330 converted to US dollars, and Mario Kart World is about $65. But typically the Nintendo Switch... Nice Metroid Prime music. I just played Prime 3 recently, last year. What was I talking about? Typically the Nintendo Switch is region-free, and you can buy a Switch from anywhere to buy a game from anywhere, and it works everywhere. But apparently with the Switch 2, that's one model of the Japanese Switch 2, because you can buy an international model. That's the Japanese-only model. You can buy an international model of a Japanese Switch 2, which equivalates to around the exact same price that the Switch 2 costs in America, of, like, in the 250 to 280 range, and Mario Kart is about 80 there. So, like, it's just happening everywhere, and everything is just super fucked up. And yeah, Mario Kart's $80. I'm recording this after the Nintendo Treehouse Live. There was 2 Nintendo Treehouse Live presentations that are happening. As of this recording, the second one has not happened yet, but the first one happened, and they talked about the new Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom stuff, Donkey Kong, and Mario Kart. And I did not watch it. I might watch some of the highlights of it, or whatever, and the Mario Kart Direct is also going to happen in another few days, and I might watch that. I'm going to play the game, so I don't need to see it. I'm going to play the game. But the entire Treehouse Live was about 4 hours long, and from screenshots that I'd seen and people that were watching, the entire live chat on the live stream, the thing itself, what does it have? The full Treehouse Live presentation. It doesn't show it here. I thought they had it in full. I could have sworn I saw it earlier that it was there in full. I guess they, like, deleted it and uploaded everything separately. But it had about, like, 1 million views or whatever when I last checked. And the live chat is disabled in, like, replays. But apparently, the whole live chat, the entire 4 hours, was filled with lower the price, drop the price, all the way down for 4 hours straight. There was no meaningful conversation had at all. It was non-stop. The entire live stream, the entire live chat was people spamming lower the price. And Kit and Krista from Kit and Krista podcast fame, they uploaded a separate video today called The Reactions Inside Nintendo as fans rage about Switch 2 pricing. I highly recommend you watch that yourself. Just type in Kit and Krista, you'll find the video. But they talk about their past experiences being at Nintendo, and they know what they're talking about, and how Nintendo handles certain situations. But pretty much what they should be doing is having some sort of damage control, making some sort of social media post talking about why the price is so high, but they're just not doing it, and a lot of misinformation is being spread. People were saying that, like, Mario Kart World physically was going to be $90. It seems to just be $80 all the way around. But I think people might have been talking about, like, prices from... Ooh, Mario Sunshine. Prices from, like, other territories, like Canada has a higher price, and stuff like that. and a whole bunch of other things are being said. And the reason why Nintendo did not show the price in the Direct is because they wanted to hide it. What they wanted to have happen is that they knew it was going to be a point of contention. I don't feel like they knew it was going to be this big. Because it's millions and millions of people saying lower the price. Losing my train of thought as I'm speaking, but it's millions of people saying lower the price, and Nintendo's not doing any damage control on this. They have a bunch of things they need to be doing to, like, fix their problem. And I had a point, and then I was speaking too much, and then I forgot my point. Well, they're not saying anything, is the thing, is that they're not talking about why this is. And they very easily could. And it's just a whole big thing. And it's not just, like, Nintendo Switch stuff going up in price. It's like the entire planet is going up in price. Breaking news! Just when you thought things couldn't get any worse, they get worse! I'm recording this mini segment about 13 hours after I finished recording this video. Not only do we have another full day of this. It was then confirmed that Nintendo is delaying pre-orders in the US for the Switch 2. Because the thing I had just said about the really cool tariffs increasing. Nintendo is delaying pre-orders in the US due to the impact on Trump's tariff war and the evolving market conditions. The US administration is placing tariffs on China, 34%, in Vietnam, 46%, and Cambodia, 49%, among others. These are all countries where the Nintendo manufactures their hardware. Are you ready for a $657 Nintendo Switch 2? Because that's what's gonna happen. But don't worry, guys. Nintendo enlists the Rizzler as an official partner. I am not someone who is like, I don't know how to put it, just like, I do not spend a lot of money on groceries. I'm a very simple person, and I'm not extravagant. If you want to know what I eat all the time, it is quite literally, like, it is Red Baron French bread pizzas. It comes in a box of 2, and it's $5. But fun fact for you, about a year ago, it used to be $4.50. And now it's up to $5 a box. And I just stock my freezer with those, and right before I go live every day, I eat one of those, and then I stop the stream, and for dinner, I have, I think it's checkered seasoned fries and Tyson chicken nuggets. And I am a 25-year-old adult, and I don't care, because it is delicious, and I love it, and it makes me feel good. But I typically spend around maybe like $30 to $50 a week on groceries and stuff. But, like, there's plenty of people that probably spend more because they have an actual full family. And I am just a 25-year-old man because I don't feel like one. I still, even if I am 25, I still feel like I'm not. I don't know when I'll ever feel my current age. But people have, like, houses to maintain, and children to feed, and, like, payments on stuff. Like, I can't even comprehend taxes. You want me to comprehend taxes? I can't even do 6 times 8. My mom will constantly say, just every now and again, she'll randomly say 6 times 8. And I'll never know the answer, because I just can't numbers in my brain. You want me to comprehend the concept of taxes? She does those for me, and I'm thankful for that. But, like, I can't even imagine. Like, everything is just massively going up in price everywhere, and that's just how it is. And I wish it wasn't. Because I have had a part-time job If you want to go back to Pikmin 2 New Year, is around the time I had started my part-time job working at Target, because for the first couple years of this channel, I did not have a part-time job. I just streamed. I still stream every day, almost every single day, because I try to maintain a balance of things. But I've had the job for over 3 years now, and things get a little bit crazy and annoying, and I've considered quitting, but like a couple times. But right now, things are fine, and I work like on average 4 to 5 days a week. And I make around like $17 an hour. I'm actually someone who was lucky enough to get a raise last year. And honestly, the raise was around, I want to say in like the 30-40 cents range. Instead of making like $16.20, I'm making like $16.80 or $16.70. I really don't remember, but it's up there. And apparently that's big, because when people get raises, they get a raise of like 10 cents. And it's like, what are we doing here? A raise should be like multiple dollars more so you can live. Like my bi-weekly paycheck, this isn't a flex on how much money I make or whatever, I'm just telling you the facts, is that I make around like $380 to $400 every 2 weeks, depending on how many days I'm working. And like most of, like it's definitely more than that, but like most of that also gets taken out and put into like a 401k, which I don't even know what that stands for. It's like a retirement fund thing, and that's getting all put in there, and probably I have like thousands of dollars in there now. But like I also can't even comprehend the concept of money, getting to the point of I hate money. Man, I really fucking hate money so much, because it's numbers. Like, before starting streaming and doing YouTube, I maybe had like $200 to my name. Now I have like multiple thousands, and I don't even know what to do with that. Like, I can't even comprehend that. Like, Metopia that I've done on the channel, I had to, like, make a little bit of extra money to get Metopia to stream and make the Let's Play on the channel, because I really wanted to do that. I couldn't do it, like, right away at the time. But now it's like, I have money, and on occasion I will spend money, like, randomly on, like, random minor things that, like, make me happy, because it's like, what am I gonna do with fucking close to $7,000 when I used to have only $200? But now I can't really do that, now that I'm learning that everything is going up and everybody's still being paid the same. Like, I hate thinking about having to spend money on things. What I typically do, probably not the best idea, but what I typically do is I don't even pay attention to how much money I currently have in my bank account. Like, if I want to buy a game, or I want to buy literally whatever that's not, like, too expensive, I have a vague idea of how much money I have in my bank account at any given moment, and I just don't want to go under a specific amount, so that I don't go under, like, a certain threshold, so I still limit myself. I don't spend my money, like, all over the place. If I spent my money on everything I wanted to spend my money on right now, I wouldn't have money. But I hate thinking about it, and I hate that so many things revolve around it, and I hate this whole Switch 2 price increase stuff, because, like, I don't want to have that happen. For some of these games on Switch 2, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, I get it. Like, Breath of the Wild, if Breath of the Wild on Switch 2 comes with the Trial of the Sword and Champion's Ballad DLC, that was already, like, $20 DLC. If that gets included in that, plus the new stuff, that's, I guess, a fine increase, because it was already 60, and now it's going to be 70, and Tears of the Kingdom is 70, and now it's going to be 80. Tears of the Kingdom doesn't have any DLC, but now it's going to get DLC in the form of the Zelda Note stuff. And I watched the video on the Zelda Note stuff, and not only was the stuff in there that was shown in the Direct, there was stuff that they didn't show in the Direct. They had a video separate. You can, like, send stuff to other players. Like, you could take stuff in your inventory, and if I'm streaming Tears of the Kingdom, and I want to send, like, 10 bombs 10 bomb flowers to a chat member. I put it in a thing, and it makes like a, I don't know if it's like a QR code or whatever, but it makes a thing, and I can just send it to a chat member, and it shows up in their game. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff with voice memories, and there's like an achievement system, and obviously the whole performance increase. And it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, that's worth it. They did confirm that the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom expansions are going to be free if you have the expansion, Nintendo Switch Online expansion stuff, where you get like the GameCube games and Game Boy Advance games and stuff like that. That's going to be free. You don't have to pay for that separately. But I found on the Nintendo website that's coming out on launch. We knew that Mario Party's coming out in July. Apparently Kirby and the Forgotten Land plus Star-Crossed World. What a fucking title. Kirby TM and the Forgotten Land dash Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Star-Crossed World. Comes out in August, at the end of August, August 28th. It still says Legends ZA late 2025. And same with Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. We don't know the date for that yet. But we do have a date on the website for Kirby. And I think Kirby is also going to be $70, and like that makes sense. It was a $60 game, getting a brand new DLC with like a whole new story to it and stuff. And like, yeah, that makes sense. What else did I have here? Did I have anything important that I saved on the side? I don't think so. And like, there's a bunch of other games that are getting free updates and stuff. This list is ARMS, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, Clubhouse Games, Link's Awakening, Echoes of Wisdom, Game Builder Garage, New Soup U Deluxe, Big Brain Academy, and best of all, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Like, that was not shown off in the Direct, and I kind of wish it was, because like, that's absolutely insane what they're doing with that. I'm getting off my current train of thought and onto a different train of thought, because I'm just talking. The entire point of this video is just to talk about stuff. But like, I get the prices for the other stuff, but like everything else is just like way too much. And again, I just hate money. Another thing that they announced after the Direct is not only are we getting Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild enhancements on Switch launch day, we are also getting 5 brand new amiibo of the Sages of Tulin, Yunobo, Sidon, and Riju, with Minoru coming later. But those 4 are launching on the same day as Switch 2 as well. And it's like, the games and the amiibo, and the camera, if you want to get the camera, and everything else, it's just like so incredibly outrageous. And to top it all off, I don't know what's going on with my job at the moment. Sometimes Target cuts hours for whatever reason, and it's a little bit annoying, but I don't want to get another job, because I actually, for the most part, legitimately do enjoy my job working at Target. Like, I used to work overnights, and then they got rid of it, so now I work like late afternoons, which is why I go live early on most days now. I go live early at 2 o'clock instead of 4 o'clock, so that I can stream for about 2.5 to 3 hours. And then I get ready for work, and then I'm at work from 7 to 11, and I get that 4-hour shift in there, which is why I get about like $400 every 2 weeks. And typically, Pikmin 3, typically I'm working like 4 to 5 days a week. For consistently, it's been Sunday through Thursday. This week I had a day off. They just didn't schedule me for the day. And then next week, I have Tuesday. And then the following week, I have Sunday. And that's it. In this economy, where everything is increasing in price, and I know friends who have been trying to get jobs, and they don't hire people, because I don't know why jobs don't hire people. I'm very lucky to have the job that I do have, and I don't want to quit it to get a different job, because who knows if I'm ever going to get accepted to something else. I have a friend who has been trying to get a job for like 2 years, and no one's hiring them, and it's really annoying. but, like, you want to not hire people, and, like, you want to not schedule me. Like, my next paycheck, like, after, I don't know when my next payday is. It's every 2 weeks, but, like, I don't know when. Honestly, I think I maybe get paid, like, next week or something. Like, next Thursday or next Wednesday. I don't remember. I should really check. But, like, legit, my next paycheck after that is gonna be, like, $100? Maybe not even. No, I'm gonna do a generalization right now. I'm gonna do a generalization, because I can't math, I can't numbers. We're gonna do, it's average about 17. We're gonna do 17 times 8. It's about $136, but then some of that will get cut out and go into my, like, retirement fund or whatever. I might not even get $100 for my next paycheck, and I need to be paying for the Switch too. So it's like, what the fuck? Everything is just so, like, fucked up. It's just so fucked up. I also have a YouTube comment. That's funny. I mean, I got a YouTube comment. I'll respond to that comment later. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about, like, the prices of things and how much I hate money. And, everything is just so... It's just so right now. And I completely understand if some of you are not able to get the Switch 2 at launch. Me, as a person who's trying to be an entertainer and a creator, I gotta get it at launch. I put in the pre-order, like, the pre-order, like, they have it on the website right now, that you can put in your interest for a pre-order, and then on the 9th, I'll get an email when I can pre-order. But I put in for the Mario Kart bundle, just, like, I don't think I can change it now. But I don't, like, I found out later, the Mario Kart bundle is a digital version of Mario Kart World. And I always buy physical games. I don't like having games digital if I don't need to have them digital. And, like, as an example, Born of Bread was an amazing Paper Mario-like that I played on the channel a while back. I actually got that game for free by the developers of the game. They sent me a key because they really liked the videos I did on the demo of the game. I played, like, 2 different demos, and they knew who I was, and I got the game for free. Even if I didn't get the game for free, it was on Steam. But since I got the game for free, I still wanted to support the developers. I bought a physical version of Born of Bread. I have it on my shelf. And by the way, my shelf, if you haven't watched my playthrough of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, this might be a surprise to you. Turn off my side light so you can see over there. It's a whole display thing for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It's got, like, Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley on the side. And this is, like, supposed to be a display thing. That at Target, but, like, we don't use those. They sent it to us and we don't use them. And then I asked my boss if I could take it home, and then I took it home. So this is all where I store my Switch games, and I have just other stuff around there. And I hate having to adjust this camera. Just a random pet peeve of mine is that I never know if this camera is, like, straight or not. Now it's slightly more to the opposite side. But, like, I bought a physical copy of Born of Bread, and it's over there. Also, this is now definitely not in the right spot. Like, I'm not centered anymore. Why am I not centered anymore? Whatever. It's also still definitely not in the right spot. It's tilted. I don't understand why it's tilted. Like, why does it do this? Like, why is this the default position? I need it here. And now that I've moved it, I regret moving it. Because, like, I can tell from the Super Paper Mario poster that it's never straight. And it drives me insane. Like, you always watch my stuff and it's actually, like, technically crooked at all times. We're just gonna leave it there. But I bought a physical copy of Born of Bread because I could. I also streamed Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling a couple years ago. And I did, recently, some extra episodes for that. And I bought a physical copy of that. They were doing a new run of physical copies for that, and that's gonna come to my house in a couple months. But, like, that's my whole, like, main thing. I'll turn on my Switch right now. Go to my Switch right now. And, like, just about everything is physical. Splatoon 3, Live Alive, Pikmin 3, Pokemon Let's Go, Pokemon Sword, Smash Bros. I have the digital copy of Pikmin 1 and 2, but I even bought a physical copy of that, and I have it sealed because I wanted it physical. Mario Kart, Outer Wilds was actually given to me by a friend. Pokemon Legends Arceus, Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Bayonetta 3, Brothership, Violet, new Pokemon Snap, Monkey Ball, WarioWare, Echoes of Wisdom, Katamari, Splatoon again, Pikmin 4, Mario Party, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis. I even own a physical copy of Tinykin as well. I bought a physical copy of Tinykin so I could have that too. Metroid Dread, Paper Mario, frickin' Omori, because I owned that digitally on Steam, and then I bought a physical copy. Mario RPG, ARMS, 3D World, Sparks of Hope, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Mario Wonder, Return to Dreamland Deluxe, Age of Clams, Neo The World Ends With You that I still need to play, more Mario Party, Mario Maker, Bayonetta, Kirby, Mario plus Rabbids, Pokken, WarioWare, Mario Odyssey, Star Allies, Luigi's Mansion, Crafted World, Miitopia, ignore that. They're all physical games. It is all physical, because I just like having the physical stuff. I like having the cartridge, and I just like having it, and I have a bunch of other stuff on my shelf and things. But like the Switch 2 bundle comes with a digital version of Mario Kart, but like it's more advantageous to get the digital version of Mario Kart. That's $500 because if you buy it separately, it's going to be $530 because of the fact that Mario Kart is $80. And like we got like Mario Kart at launch, and then a month later we have another $70 Donkey Kong. Thankfully, like the rest of the stuff that's coming out this year, I mean, we still have the Switch 2 editions of Metroid Prime 4 and Legend ZA, which I'm going to estimate Prime is going to be an October game, and Pokemon's going to be a November game, and like that back-to-back, that's probably going to be another like $70 to $80 for each game, and it's like so, it's just so much. It's just too much. I guess it could be advantageous for me, because if you can't buy the game, you're then forced to watch me buy the game, and then you can watch my content, and then I make money from that. But also, I hate money, but also give me your money. I hate money, but give me your money. I haven't gotten like a donation on Twitch in like a regular like money donation in years at this point. Like fully admitting that. Like I still get bit donations and like Twitch subscriptions every now and again, and I've made a couple $100 both on Twitch and YouTube over the years. But like I don't do any of this for the money. Like I never wanted to be an online creator for the money. I want to do it because I like it. Mario Kart, perfect. I literally do all of this for myself. Like, it makes me feel good when I share my experiences with you guys, and you guys watching makes me happy because it makes me feel validated. I have a thing. I literally live by these words, pretty much. I had to re-find this tweet because it was from such a long time ago. From the late and great Etika. I've definitely talked about this in the past, but he made a tweet many, many years ago. If you supply the hearts of the world with happiness, whether it be through entertainment, products, or service, then wealth is an afterthought. Always focus on your efforts on supplying happiness to more hearts of the world, not money itself. Those hearts help ensure your wealth. I quite literally live by that philosophy, because it just makes so much sense. I cannot even process money. If I had to be constantly thinking about how much money I'd be making at all times, I would literally explode. I just, like, I always put in my best effort for things. like, for everything. Like, if I am dedicated to something, I am dedicated to it. Every time I'm streaming, I'm always assuming there's, like, hundreds of people watching at all times so I can put on my best performance, and stuff. So, like, absolutely money is important, and, like, the better of a job that I do in my life, the more money I will just get as a result. Like, I don't have to focus directly on that. I'm just trying to focus on doing the best job that I can, making videos, doing streams and stuff, and, like, eventually, at least I'd like to hope, that will come true. But, like, I'm never going to say at any point, like, to force you to, like, make a Twitch donation or whatever. I've seen clips, like, very famous Twitch clips of, like, asshole streamers. Like, I think something even happened recently where someone, became a tier 1 Twitch subscriber, which is about $5, I think. I don't know if they increased that, I can't remember, but someone subscribed to a streamer for $5, and they, like, shat on them, saying, why are you subscribing at tier 1? You should be subscribing at, like, the $10 or $15 Twitch tier. If you're not a tier 2 sub, I don't want to even fucking see you, or something along those lines. I'm never gonna be that. Like, you can subscribe and do whatever you want. Your money is important to you, and my money is important to me, and you do not need to give me your money if you don't want to. It's not a forced thing. Just literally watching anything is good enough for me. My philosophy since the very beginning, I've said this in other update videos, my philosophy since the very beginning has always been, if at least one video of mine has one view, if a video I upload has one view and one view only, I've done my job. Because someone clicked on the video, presumably enjoyed what they saw, and their day was made better by it, which makes my day better by it. At the moment, I'm uploading Live Alive to the channel, and that's probably not the most popular series I've ever done, but it gets a couple views, and that's fine by me. It's not Pikmin. Every time I do something with Pikmin or Plants vs. Zombies, that gets way more views, and, like, that's just what the rest of my audience wants, but I also do everything on this channel for myself. If there's a game I want to play, I'm gonna play it, and if you want to see it, you can see it. Which brings me to probably my last point that I wanted to make, which is, I want to play more stuff on the channel. The past 4 months have been like a catch-up month, whatever, time period for me. Because I want to go to my own channel here and go to my Heya video. What I have been doing is trying to get games off of my backlog, so I could be prepared for Switch 2. Forgot I still have my Switch on. So I could be prepared for Switch 2 and all that stuff. So, like, I finished Mario and Luigi Brothership at the start of the year. I finished the second half, the second part of Outer Wilds. I did the Echoes of the Eye to that. And Pikmin 269 DX. And then I got to Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair, which I had wanted to do. And I love that game, by the way. I highly recommend it. I recommend Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair over, like, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. Maybe not over Tropical Freeze, I don't know, but definitely Yooka-Laylee and Impossible Lair is amazing. And now I'm playing Live Alive. With the... Is this almost... No. Okay, I haven't even been talking for as long as I thought I was going to be right now. This might be shorter than I thought, I don't know. Nintendo Switch 2 Edition games now exist. And we're getting other games that have the performance boosting on them. One of them being Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, which, again, that's absolutely insane. I loved Pokemon Violet, and the only real complaint I have with the game is that the performance is awful. And if the update on Switch 2 makes Pokemon Violet, like, even just, like, a stable 30 FPS, but if it could go up to 60, literally the best Pokemon game. My favorite is Pokemon Legends Arceus, but Scarlet and Violet would be undoubtedly the best Pokemon games, and I'm really excited for that. I don't need to play any more of it, because I've done every single possible thing I could ever want to do in that game. But that's still amazing. But the prospect is, There's also, like, Echoes of Wisdom. Echoes of Wisdom, I don't know why that game slowed down. That's gonna be insane. I did a 100% playthrough. I never have to play that game ever again, but still, that's fantastic. The thing is that this is what we have currently announced, but it is entirely possible that they could announce more updates and more Nintendo Switch 2 editions. I've been listening to all of Arlo's videos on Topic Arlo about the news, and he made a really excellent point, is that there's games that are not on this list. He brought up the point that maybe sometime down the line, they could redo Pikmin 4 and make a Pikmin 4 Nintendo Switch 2 edition. It could be just an update, like to increase performance, because maybe that it could use it. I already thought Pikmin 4 ran pretty well. But it could be something with, like, a DLC, and we could get actual Pikmin 4 DLC in the future. That could be a real thing. They would then charge $70 to $80 for Pikmin 4, and I'd have to buy the expansion to that. But that could be a real possibility. A thing is in the Switch 2 Direct, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment was announced, and I want to play that very badly. The thing is that a couple years ago, when Age of Calamity came out, I did do a full playthrough of that game, but like I've said many, many times in other videos, 2020, I wasn't entirely necessarily sure what I was going to be doing with my channel. I think like Pikmin 251 started my channel, but I don't think I got, like, into the groove of doing things on the channel until 2021, when I was a lot more consistent with a lot of the stuff I was doing. Like, I still played a bunch of different games, like, I still did, like, Bug Fables, but, like, throughout the year, like, the first, like, couple months of the year, I did a Minecraft Let's Play that I'm not even too proud of. And then I did a Pikmin 1 randomizer, which was, like, barely any episodes, that happened, like, middle of the year. And then I got to play Rokuin, which was amazing. And then I was playing Pikmin 3, because I wanted to play Pikmin 3, and then Paper Mario the Origami King came out. And then I did another Pikmin 1 randomizer, and then I did Bug Fables. And then Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Because that came out. But, like, I did Origami King, and I did Pikmin 3 Deluxe, and I did play all of Age of Calamity on the stream. I just didn't do anything with it. I think I uploaded, like, one video of the ending to Age of Calamity, and then I just never made a Let's Play out of it. I think it's because I was doing Bug Fables at the time. I'm curious. Age of Calamity release date was November 20th, 2020. And then Bug Fables. Episode 1... Yeah, I was doing Bug Fables then. Episode 1 of Bug Fables was at the start of September, and then Bug Fables went into October. And then I was still doing stuff, like extra stuff came out. No, I think that ended. Bug Fables ended a couple days beforehand, actually, before Age of Calamity came out. And then what did I do after Bug Fables? What did I just say I did after Bug Fables? Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Was October 7th. So yeah, I was doing the end of Bug Fables, and I think I was doing Pikmin 3. I'm gonna type in just ultra spicy. I gotta find out when I was uploading these videos. Yeah, I was uploading Pikmin 3 Deluxe throughout when Age of Calamity started. Because that happened October 7th. Interesting. Yeah, and same with Luigi's Mansion. When was Luigi's Mansion? I don't even remember. I think Luigi's Mansion is 2021, actually. I never did a Let's Play on that. I played through that game twice all the way through on the stream, and I never did a Let's Play on that. Luigi's Mansion 3. Now, that was 2019! That was a 2019 game, and I've played that all the way through twice on the stream. I still need to do Luigi's Mansion 3 on the channel at some point. I can't believe that was that long ago. Honestly, we might get a new Luigi's Mansion sometime soon. Now that I think about it. And then what else was I doing? As it was Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I'm gonna make my point soon, I swear. Yeah, and then I just did modded Pikmin 2 after. And then after the XG, Next Gen Pokemon XG incident and Steven Universe Unleashed the Light, I think my channel really started to, like, to flow the way I'm doing it right now at Super Paper Mario, because I did Super Paper Mario Miitopia, and I wanted to do Hey Pikmin and Pikmin 251 Revisited and Pikmin 2 New Year. I was doing a lot of Pikmin at the time, and then Pokemon Legends Arceus happened, and Forgotten Land happened, and like mid to late 2021 to early 2022 is when I think I really got my footing on the channel. All of this to say, I played through all of Age of Calamity 100% and never made a Let's Play on it. I really want to go back and make a Let's Play on it. Because I've gone back to other games I played in 2020. Like A Hat in Time. My first ever playthrough of A Hat in Time and my first ever playthrough of Okami happened in 2020. And I have since gone back and rectified that and made actual Let's Plays on those games to like full 100% completion. Which I hadn't done previously. So I want to do Age of Calamity. But I also want to play the original Hyrule Warriors. Let me find out. Hyrule Warriors release date. Wii U. Wii U. August 14th, 2014. So I played that when it came out. I think I got it maybe like that Christmas or something. So it's been like 10 years since I've played Hyrule Warriors, and all I ever did was the main story and nothing extra. And then a 3DS version came out with DLC that you could put in the Wii U version, and then the definitive edition came out on Switch, which had even more content in it. Like, combined all the content together. There's so much I've never even seen in the original Hyrule Warriors, and I want to do a Let's Play on that. The thing that I'm thinking of is, circling all the way back around, is that we have the titles for Switch 2 enhancements right now. But it is entirely possible that in the future, because of Age of Imprisonment happening, that's going to probably run at an actual stable 30 or even 60 frames per second. What I really want to do is play these games again, but what if on Switch 2 they have the performance update happen? So what I think I'm going to do, and I'm going to set this in stone right now, I'm going to upload this video probably a day before I do this, because it's Friday morning right now. I'm probably going to upload this on Saturday, or maybe Friday afternoon, something along those lines. I don't know yet. But I really want to play the original Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition. That game is already long. I like to 100% games when I can. I'm obviously not going to 100% that game. That game is literally like 1,000 hours long if you try to go for true 100%. But I really want to replay Hyrule Warriors, because that game is practically blind. I'm probably going to title the series like Hyrule Warriors Blind, because I remember none of the story. It's been 10 years. Plus all the new content in it, it's practically a blind playthrough. I'm going to do that alongside Live Alive, however long Live Alive goes on for. But like 2 months is going to go by before you know it. Remember when the Switch 2 reveal trailer happened 3 months ago, and then it's like, oh, we have to wait 3 months for the Switch 2 Direct, and now it's 3 months. We have Deltarune release date for June 5th. We have Switch 2 releasing on June 5th. It's going to be June 5th in exactly 2 months from now, and that's going to go by so fast. It's 8 weeks. That's 8 weeks. I started playing Pikmin Squared. I finally got around to playing Pikmin Squared. It's going to be a month of playing Pikmin Squared already. I just started doing that, and I already uploaded the main story and Louie's quest, and you're actually about to see the challenge mode video, and sometime this week, as of this being uploaded, I'm going to play the randomizer, and that would already be a whole month, 4 weeks of playing the thing already, and that just happened. It's going to be Switch 2 release day before you fucking know it. So I'm going to start playing Hyrule Warriors, and I really want to do that. I want to see what they changed between the original and Age of Calamity, because I love Age of Calamity so much. But I really want to see all the stuff I missed in the original Hyrule Warriors, and maybe the game runs better by default. My friend told me that the Warriors games typically run pretty smooth on emulator, but now with like the increased performance of the Switch 2, do you actually need an update to make that work? Is it going to be fine? Because I don't want to miss out on this stuff. I want to play this game now. I'm trying to play stuff off my backlog. This is a game that's been on my backlog for years. I may as well do it now. I have no other backlog games that I want to do right now. I do have plenty of games on my backlog, but not any backlog games I want to play right now, besides Hyrule Warriors. It is also maybe possible that I also do Age of Calamity, and it's just going to be a fuck ton of Zelda. I already did so much Zelda with Tears of the Kingdom a couple years ago. 105 episodes that took me 5 months of uploading Tears of the Kingdom to get that to happen. But I really want to play Hyrule Warriors. I really want to revisit Tears of the Kingdom and finally go back to Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe not at launch, because we're going to be playing Mario Kart, we're going to be playing Deltarune, but maybe a little bit after. I'm going to return to Tears of the Kingdom, and we're going to see all the new stuff in Tears of the Kingdom, and I'm going to go back and finally get all the rest of the Korok seeds that I'm missing. Because that's really the only other thing that I'm missing, is all the Korok seeds and like fighting a couple bosses, because I've already 100%ed the entire game otherwise. And I want to revisit Tears of the Kingdom, and then I also want to play Age of Imprisonment when that comes out later this year, because that's also another game that's coming out that's going to be another $70 probably. So it's a lot of stuff that's happening, but I want to do it all. And Hyrule Warriors is already a long enough game that I'm probably going to be playing it well into the start of the Switch 2 coming out anyway, and we'll find out if it has increased performance or not. A random thing I want to say is that I know Age of Calamity does not have a great frame rate, but I actually kind of like that. Like, the game will slow down when you make, like, great impact on things, but I kind of thought it was cool, because, like, making impact with a big enemy horde, like, slows down time, but it's not actually intentional, it's just the Switch being bad. But I really, really liked Age of Calamity, and I kind of want to play more Warriors, and I don't know if I'll get burnt out. Because, like, I want to redo Age of Calamity, because DLC came out for that game that I never got to play when it came out, and then I played it way after it came out, and I never made any videos on that either. And the DLC for Age of Calamity integrates itself into the main progression of the game, so it's, like, a completely new experience. So, who knows when the fuck I'm gonna get to anything? But that is what I want to do, so like a day or two after this is happening, I plan on doing this probably like Sunday or Monday. Because again, I told you, I only have Tuesday of work next week. So, sometime during the week, I'm going to play the Pikmin Squared Randomizer. And Sunday or Monday, whatever, subscribe or follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Pokeball35. Link in the description to keep up to date when that happens. Probably Sunday, actually. Because that would make a lot more sense. I stream it on Sunday. Because, today I'm actually going to stream Live Alive to have more Live Alive footage. And then Saturday is actually going to be Splatoon 3 because of all random Salmon Run rotation happening. I'm going to finally be able to get 999 silver scales and get the silver scale banner from that. And then I think I'll stream Hyrule Warriors on Sunday and then start uploading Hyrule Warriors and Live Alive together Monday through Friday so we can get through that. Because I really want to revisit the game, and I think it would be perfect to do that. And honestly, playing Hyrule Warriors will probably take us to the release of the Switch 2. I think I've said all I want to say, and I think I've been talking for an hour. It hasn't even been an hour yet. I genuinely thought I was going to be talking for 2 whole hours. But yeah. There's probably other things that I could think of talking about, but this is just an entire ramble of stuff and things. Ooh, and Shalor City. I want to keep talking so I get to listen to Shalor City. This song is like my favorite song in Pokemon X and Y. We're not gonna get this in Legends ZA because it all takes place in Lumiose. I guess maybe as just like one final closer. Still, I say it at the end of, like, every update, but, like, I'm very happy that you're all still here watching this. If you watch this at the very end, thank you. I've been trying to keep my spirits up because of all the real world shit going on right now. It's genuinely really scary, and you might try and think it's not scary, but it's scary. And video games are, like, my escape from everything. It's like my true purpose in life is to play video games for entertainment for an audience. I can't think of a single other thing I would ever want to do on this entire earth. So, with all this world shit happening, I don't know how everything's gonna turn out. I'd like to have it turn out okay. I've been dealing with my own real world shit recently. It's been tough. I don't need to talk about every single thing, but, like, it's been tough. I've been not feeling great the last couple weeks, like, being fully honest. It's been hard to get out of bed and stream. I've been constantly late to stream by, like, 10-20 minutes because I don't want to get out of bed. But, like, when I start streaming and start making videos, it makes me so motivated and so happy, and I'm so happy to be alive because I just get to constantly do all this stuff for you, and it's a great feeling. So I'm very happy. I'm proud of you all for making it through another day, because shit gets tough, and it's not only me where shit gets tough. I'm sure you have shit where shit gets tough. So, like, congratulations on making it to another day, and that's, like, a real, genuine thing that I'm saying. Like, congratulations on making it another day, because some people don't. Now I think I've said all I want to say, and I'm glad I got it all out. If there's anything else that I want to add, I'll add it at the end here. But no, Switch 2 prices suck, the real world sucks, prices of everything sucks, and I'm glad we're all here celebrating video games. And all that. Again, I was not streaming all this, but if it were to be streamed, it would be streamed at twitch.tv/Pokeball35, link in the description down below. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so, because I do have a lot to offer, including I'm playing Live Alive right now. You're about to see Hyrule Warriors. And you can see plenty of other things. Hyrule Warriors is going to be Let's Play number 61 on the channel. Go back and watch all the other 60 Let's Plays I've done over the last 5.5 years. And all that other stuff. And come watch me live. Don't watch me live. You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm not in charge of you. Thank you very much for watching and listening to me talk. I like to keep rambling, so I'm going to click stop recording so I don't keep rambling. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in whatever comes next.